Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot, with your girl coming at you with another pick a card reading. I want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey with me. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And anybody new here, welcome. This is that reminder we're all here sharing this human experience together. And this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. And if you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member. And I would love to see you on membership. So if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. With that being said, today we are doing a love reading. It's been a long time since I've done one of these, and I was called to do how they truly feel about you. So we're going to get into it. I am using the Spiral Oracle. It's been a while since I brought these out. If you're wondering who this is by, it is by Lily Acuna, I think. I'm not sure. She signed her name, and it's really hard to... but you can look it up by the Spiral Oracle. These are absolutely beautiful cards. Some of them are a bit too risque for, the settings here. So I will have to look at them off camera before we get into reading them, just to make sure that I can present it on camera, okay? So just letting you know that when we get to your pile and we get to the end to read these cards, that is what's going to happen. But I absolutely love them. On the bottom, seeing the color scheme and everything is absolutely phenomenal. So, I've already given these a shuffle. Let's get to our prayer and we'll go ahead and hop to your reading. Okay, my beloved source, this prayer is for any and all who come onto this reading or onto this channel. I ask that you wrap them in your loving light. And while it is okay for us to ask for love, we desire love, we desire companionship, we desire having someone to share this story with, that it's not something that we need. It's something that we desire and that we can ask for and manifest. And knowing that you are going to bring to us the person that's meant to be in our lives when we surrender to this process. It's okay to get caught in the 3D. We're human. We understand that. But also, if we do get stuck in the 3D, wondering when things are going to happen, when things are going to pan out, or even finding ourselves in that obsessive energy, I ask that you always remind us that it's okay. I got caught in the 3D. My manifestation is still coming to me. I'm still able to manifest this love that I want in my life. And I can reside in a place of peace and calm, which will help us to draw away from those thoughts or those desires that sometimes overtake us. Help us to come into a place of true acceptance and to not beat ourselves up should we falter or should we trip or should we fall down, that we can stand back up and be stronger as we are in this moment, knowing that it is okay, that it's not wrong of us, that there isn't anything that we can do that is truly wrong for us. Only something that feels wrong for us is what is wrong for us to do. Well, as these words are spoken upon this collective and those on this reading, so shall they be. Amen. Aho. Ase. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my beloved source. Thank you. So let me go ahead and get that set up over here. All right, and today, how do they truly feel about you? This could be for anybody. It doesn't just have to be romantic love. I am going into this with a sense of romantic love, but I'm also leaving it up to source to bring through the energies that are very clear. Okay, so this could have to do with coworkers, family members. It doesn't have to be romantic relationship oriented. So take the messages as they resonate. Know that if I'm saying, oh, it's a romantic partner, but the message is still resonating with you, that just means that that message was for you, but not in the context. I'm just trying to make it simpler as a reader because it gets really overwhelming talking about so many different relationships all at once. Okay, so source for pile number 1, what spiral oracle card will help us better understand how this person truly feels about pile number 1? Which oracle card will help us better understand that today, source? How this person feels about pile number 1. Okay, thank you. All right, and source, what spiral oracle card will help us better understand how this person truly feels about pile number 2? How does this person truly feel about pile number 2? Okay, I think pile 1 got 2, and I think, yep, you got 2. So we're just gonna, I guess we're gonna go with 2. These aren't like super long descriptions in the book, but source for pile number 3. Hold on, let me stop. For pile number 3, what spiral oracle card will help us better understand how this person truly feels about pile number 3? What oracle card will help us better understand how this person truly feels about pile number 3? Okay. And pile 3, you've got 1. May I please have one more just to make it even across the board? For pile number 3, source, just one more card. Okay, they're telling me it's this one. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Okay. See on the bottom, look, we've got life on the bottom. I love this. This is life. That's what I heard. This is life. This is life. Sometimes there's ups, sometimes they're down. Sometimes there's cycles. Sometimes there's things that just don't make any sense. Sometimes there's things that make plenty of sense. Sometimes it's frustrating. This is life. This is love. Love is a part of life. This is what I hear. All right, so let me put these here. Oops, come back, little flamingo. If you hear that, my dog is dreaming, and she's a very avid dreamer. She makes lots of noise when she's dreaming, and right now she is barking in her sleep. So the camera might start moving too because she kicks a lot in her sleep. So she's a very, just vivid. She has vivid dreams. So, all right, let me make sure these are in frame. Okay, so for pile number 1, we have this beautiful piece of rose quartz for you to choose from. Okay, for pile number 2, we have this. This is a gift from someone. It was actually my neighbor gave me a piece of pyrite that he had found. That's what it is. There's some pyrite on here. Okay. And for pile number 3, we have this cute little pencil topper that is a flamingo. Oh, I hope the camera catches that because it's adorable. Okay, so we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, and whichever one you're drawn to, that should be the pile for you, and I will see you over there. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful piece of rose quartz, or if you were drawn to these cards during the shuffle, then this is going to be a reading on how they truly feel about you. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey with me. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for anybody that is new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And should these messages happen to resonate with you, it means so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop to it and find out, how does this person truly feel about pile number 1, Source? What messages can you give to us today? How does this person truly feel about pile number 1? How does this person truly feel about pile number 1? Interesting. Okay, so we've got the 6th house, Sagittarius, and South Node. Okay, so there's an interesting energy coming in. It's like basically they feel like you have forced them into healing from things that they didn't want to let go from the past. And now they are doing that. Like they're definitely going towards that healing. They're trying to make a better life for themselves. They're trying to understand themselves better. They're trying to let go of the past here. This has not been an easy journey for them. This has been something that has left them feeling ragged and like they're lost. And there's been a lot of emotions come up around greed as well for them. And how they truly feel about you is, I feel like sometimes they're very upset that you've come into their lives, but then they're also extremely grateful. And it's not to try to get you down or anything. We'll definitely get more into it, but this is just where the dice are. It's like they're in this place of like, I didn't think that anybody anywhere would ever make me feel the things that pile 1 has made me feel, and I never thought that anybody would make me actually face myself, because they were a direct mirror of who I am. And that frightens them, because it's like they've been able to pull one over on everyone because they're very healthy, or they looked really good on the outside and they have their stuff together, and they make really big noise about how they've got all their ducks in a row, and how, they're very outgoing and friendly and everybody likes them, and they're very wise and smart, and they've learned a lot of information, and they kind of learned surface level information for a long time. It was just all about just having enough to maintain a conversation, but not enough to go deeper into it. And there's something that you did that made them realize that this is not enough. It's just not enough. There has to be more to this. Why do I hear there's gotta be more to this provincial life? Right? What is that? Beauty and the Beast coming out? Yeah, that's like, there's gotta be more to life than, bonjour, 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 bonjour. Like, what else is there? There's got to be more than just a simple hello. There's got to be more than just these superficial conversations. There's got to be more than just this, skirting along the top. It's easy to be a people pleaser. It's easy to be a crowd pleaser even, right? Like, it's easy to be a crowd pleaser. This is someone who commands attention. This is someone who very easily is like, when they go to parties, like they kind of flit around the party and everybody's with them. And it's like when they met you, though, it's like time just stood still, and they realized, like, if I actually ever were to have a conversation with pile number 1, it would fizzle out, because I don't have anything but these very superficial conversations to have, and these very surface level conversations to have. And right now my left eye is twitching. And so if this is a male, this is like bad luck for them, right? Like, to have this, a female, it's like good luck. So take that as you will. It could also be talking about you and yourself, but there's this energy. It's like not seeing how to receive. It's all about the actions they take, and being the center of attention allows them to have control over things, but they're only the center of attention for the amount of their attention span, and then they move on. And so meeting you has forced them to look at this South Node energy, and you yourself on this journey know that is not an easy energy to deal with by any means. So let's get some cards on it and see what comes through. So today I'm using my Tarotchi. No, not the Tarotchi. These are the Nicholas. What are these? The Nicoletta Sicoli. I can never remember the name. I always call them the Tarotchi, but I do have Tarotchi. They're just a different deck. Anyways, And then I may or may not be clarifying with the Osho Zen. So, Source, how does this person truly feel about pile number 1? Can you tell us some more? Thank you. How does this person truly feel about pile number 1, Source? Oh, okay. Oh, 5 of coins. How does this person truly feel about pile number 1, Source? Thank you. Okay. So this is a thing, like this could be family. All right. And if you did not catch the intro, I mentioned this does not have to be a love romantic relationship. It can be anybody, right? How someone truly feels about you does not only include romantic, but no matter where you're at, right? This could be a non-romantic relationship. This could be a romantic relationship. The message is the message, okay, as it comes across. So, and then we have the death card on the bottom, or the 13, or the nameless, however you want to talk about it, and the 6 of swords. Okay, so this is interesting. Let's just check it out. Yeah, the page of swords. Yeah, so this is a thing, like this is someone, the 8 of cups really does talk about family, or someone who mirrors family, or someone who has a family. This could be your family. Take it as it resonates, but that's really what the 8 of cups is pointing to right in this reading, okay? What we see here with the page of swords and the 5 of coins is this energy of someone who is not wanting to face these large changes that are obviously coming with the nameless card on the bottom of the deck. Like, you can't stop the transformation that death brings. It's like you can resist it all you want, but that resistance is futile because all those negative south node energies will continue to persist the more that you resist, right? And so this is someone who feels very conflicted about you. It's like they see you growing and they see you as this pure being and they see you as this person who has so much to offer. But there's also a lot of resentment and anger behind that because of the emotional ego. It's not getting away with what it used to get away with. And so how they truly feel about you is this energy of like, I wish that I could change. Like pile 1 inspires me to change, but at the same time I feel so caged in and I feel so stuck, and I see how far they've come, and I see that they're extending a branch, and I see that they're extending this knowledge to me, and I see that they're giving me a truth. Their soul is definitely resonating with this truth, but there's also this energy of just like, anytime you have page energy, it's very childish by nature, right? It's just someone who is ignorant to the ways of adult life, right? And they like to stay in that ignorance if it's an adult. It's like someone who's not ready and willing to change or to grow because this is just what's comfortable. And that's what it feels like here. This is someone who's very comfortable in these uncomfortable ways. It's like these old thought patterns. And so here you come in and they see you as this beautiful individual. They see you as this pure individual. They see you as someone who has so much to offer. But at the same time, then you leave them feeling like, see how I feel like this is you represented as flying free. And then this is them. They just feel so caged in and so distant from you. And I feel like right now they're in a state of catatosis, or they're in a state of really dealing with some deep emotional upheavals because of the transition that's happening in their life right now due to you being here. And so this is like back and forth energy. I don't know if I should love them. I don't know if I should hate them. And so if this is someone that's in your life on a constant basis, like if this is a coworker, if this is a family member, someone, because you could have work family here with the 8 of Cups as well. You could have, someone who you see regularly is what this feels like with the 8 of Cups. And it's this interesting energy because it's like sometimes they're really nice to you and sometimes they're really like want to seem like they want to build this connection or they want to have this connection, but then all of a sudden something shifts and they turn and they go into this really dark energy and they're really cruel or they're malicious towards you, or they say these backhanded comments to you, or they try to cut you off at the knees. Like they're just trying to like make you feel bad about being you. And it's like, because that's the type of energy this person feels when they think about you. This is how they truly feel. It's like they don't know if they should love you or hate you. Like, that's the type of energy that's coming in here. It's like, do I love pile number one, or do I hate them? Because they see you as change, and change is oftentimes threatening, but change is constant. That's the only thing that exists as a constant in all of our lives, is change. Like, nothing ever stays the same. But for some reason, this person has this illusion that they can make things stay the same, and they don't want to change. And so they're like refusing to change right now. And so they feel very hurt. They feel very left out by you, right? But we see that this is the end of something that has to go away, right? And this could have been somebody that was very dominant in your life, and you moved on, or you're in the process of moving on from this person. And that's another reason why you have this hot and cold energy. It's because it's like they used to have control over you, or they used to be able to make you to do the things, to make you do things that they wanted you to do, like not focus on your dreams, instead focus on them, or wasting your time, or something along those lines. And now they're not able to do that. And it's like if you see here, she's holding her heart, and it's like she's like feeling this energy. That's what it feels like. It's like, I'm just like shot through the heart. Like, you're putting me in a bad situation because you don't want to do what I want you to do. And so this person doesn't necessarily have the greatest of feelings for you, but I feel like it's because you're choosing yourself at this moment. And so this person is just kind of stuck, right? You've created a disruption in what was, for them, the illusion of stability. Like, if I have control over you, that's my illusion that I'm stable. That's my illusion that I have everything that I need. That's my illusion that I can control what's going on here. And instead, you are the one that put an end to something, or you're just not allowing that type of relationship to grow, right? So because you're moving away from that, it's creating this dissonance, and this person is not too happy about that right now. And so I do feel like the main thing is they're very conflicted about how they feel. That's the main thing. It's just, there's not really a, oh, they love you to death, or oh, they hate you to death. It's just like, it's kind of like flip-flop energy here, right? And they're not prepared to deal with these challenges, and they're trying to figure out, how do I go back to being the way that things were, but also, like, I see the good that comes from change. So I am going to go ahead and clarify some of this with the Osho Zen. Source, how does this person truly feel about pile number one? All right, so we've got these two. Thank you. Source, how does this person truly feel about pile number one? Okay, thank you. Let's see, on the bottom, we've got, interesting, we have the death card again. So, transformation, right? So look, we've got the 13 card and the 13 card coming out together, both on the bottom of the deck. Two different decks. This is incredible. It's like, again, this is someone who feels the need to transform, the need to change the way that they're doing things, but they're holding on to so much from the past, and they're really trying to let the past be the present. And there's something here that's completely outdated for them. It's like obsolete, and they're still trying to hold on to it. And there's this energy that it's just not working for them, right? It's just not. Yeah, awareness underneath that. We have, this is the Chariot energy. There's an awareness that's burning through. It's almost like their soul's telling them, like, it's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to heal. It's time for us to do what we need to. But there's still this resistance. Like, they're still trying to hold on. They're still trying to close the veil. Like, no, don't open that up. I don't need to see that stuff. But you've made it so apparent to them that they can't hide from it anymore. It's almost like, because they're always thinking about you, pile one, they can't help but notice all the things that you brought into their life, like synchronicity or angel numbers, or, you know, maybe astrology or something like that. It's like, because they were always having thoughts about you, or always like spying on you, or always trying to figure out what it was that you were doing. It's like all these things started happening and they're like seeing them more and more. And that it's at one point they really thought that you were just off your rocker and that you didn't know what was going on and you didn't know what you were talking about. And now it's happening to them too. And now they're very conflicted because it's like, well, I'm basically opening up my mouth and inserting my foot, but I still feel like this isn't real, but I'm seeing it now with my own two eyes. I'm actually physically experiencing this shift. And I don't want to. Like, this is someone who's very resistant. Yeah, success. They see you succeeding too. And that's something that is, like, it's just kind of interesting to them, right? Like, it's like they see you on top of the world and they want to feel that way. But I feel like this is someone who's extremely cynical and very bitter about life. Like, this is someone who believes that nobody knows how hard it is. And they don't want to share anything with anybody, and they don't even want to be honest with themselves because they really believe that no one understands where they're coming from. But you've probably tried to share these stories with them, or you've probably tried to share your life with them, or you've tried to help them, or you've gifted them your time and your wisdom. And at one point they didn't think that it was real, and now it's like they see that, like, oh my gosh, like, pile one, you were actually talking about what you knew, what you were doing. Like, you knew what was going on. Yeah, and so I feel like, let's see, this is a King of Cups. Let's see here. And then we have the 8 of Wands energy here. There's a lot of fear that's coming up here for them. Like, we have 8/8, right? This is an interesting energy. And we've got the Death card twice. So you have the 8 of Cups and the 8 of Wands. It's like a lot of fear here. And while the 8 of Wands, you know, in the Osho, it's talking about traveling. And I know in the Rider-Waite-Smith, it can talk about fast communication, traveling, moving away and stuff like that. But I read the Tarot Marseille, and in the Tarot Marseille, the 8 of Wands, whether it's in the upright or the reverse, you're talking about action dependent on fear or action dependent on anxiety. So we see here that this is something that they're very overwhelmed by. And so having you around or having you in their energy is something that, while it is healing and while it gives them the sense of having success, it's also something that is deeply triggering for them, and it's overwhelming. And there's so many things that are under the surface that they don't know how to process those, and they don't know how to even discuss these things with anybody because they've spent lifetime putting this underneath in some sort of compartmentalized part of their body. And this is someone who probably deals with a lot of knee pain. This is someone who probably deals with a lot of lower limb pain because they don't trust the journey of life. Our knees are connected with our emotional ego. So we're dealing with a lot of knee pain. We're dealing with our emotions overrunning our logic and overrunning our ability to see with eyes of love. And the ego's taking control here. This could be a Leo. It could be a Sagittarius. We have a Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, Pisces, Scorpio. Heavy Scorpio energy here. Heavy Sagittarius energy as well. But this person is recognizing the healing, but the hardest part for them to heal is their heart. Like, this is someone who's having a hard time healing their heart. And I know this is, what do they think? What do they really feel about you? But I feel like there's a story here getting to the oracle cards where we'll find out more about how they feel about you. But Source is trying to tell you, like, where this person's at, so you're not just like writing this person off or trying to, you know, be upset about this person. Of course, if you're upset about the situation, that's fine, but to not write this person off or wish them ill for any reason, because this person is just having a really hard time right now healing their heart, and you are opening their heart for them. And if they spent a lifetime blocking their heart chakra off, anytime we heal our heart chakra, it's like, as it starts to open, it's frustrating because all those feelings that we spent so long and had mastered burying underneath the surface begin to come up. And when they begin to come up, they put us in this place of fear and anxiety and worry that somebody's going to use that against us and use that vulnerability to really betray us in a way. And so that's where they're at right now. This is how they feel about you. It's like all these emotions are coming up, and so they don't know if they should love you or if they should hate you. I can't get beside that, because that's really this type of energy that's coming in. Let's get some oracles out and see if we can kind of understand this a little bit deeper, Source. Yeah, House 9, there's a lot of spiritual growth going on right now. So I feel like they're going to eventually get past this, you know, bitter energy that they're dealing with. It's just a part of the emotional ego that's flaring up. It's a part of protection. Yeah, we had Moth Spirit flip over with surrender now. So they're learning how to surrender, but it's not easy to surrender. Right? They're learning how to change their perspective on how they see the darks, the dark night of the soul, or how they see walking through the darkness. This is something they're having to overcome. This is something they're having to get through. See, we have learned from the past. And so there's this wisdom that comes from learning in the past, and they see that you've done it, but they don't think that they're capable of doing it. And yet there's small little things that are shifting for them that are making them learn from past situations. Their environment is playing a part on this as well. So how they truly feel, it's very hot and cold. Like some days they may be all about you. You're the best person in the world. And other days it's like, don't talk to me about pile number 1. And you might not even be doing anything. Like you might not even be in contact with this person. You might be in contact with this person, but that's just because they need someone to blame for the shift when it's happening, and they don't want it to happen. And the only person that makes sense is you, because you might be the only person in their lives that's actually on the spiritual journey. Yeah, see, listen with your heart. You are listening, but you need to hear with a loving heart. That's what I was saying. Like, it's like, don't write this person off because it's hot and cold. Don't be mad at them because it's hot and cold. I mean, validate your feelings. But what Source is saying is like, here this person is like trying to cry out, and it's not your business to fix them. That's not what Source is saying. It's just, this is where you both maybe butt heads, or this is where you both maybe are disconnected, because it's like, it's hard for this person to listen to with their heart because they've never opened their heart. And it's like, you may have an open heart chakra and you're hitting a brick wall. And so that's where there's this disconnect. And they're saying to just take a breath, take a step back. Okay, things will be okay. We don't have to, you know, rush to some end result here. We don't have to rush for things to be a certain way. We just have to allow here. Both parties need to surrender to this. So I was hearing that if this is a twin flame, there's a lot of resentment that's between the two of you. And that's what is happening now, is healing that resentment and healing that hurt and pain that was caused. And, you know, it's like that. It's like they feel like home, they feel like family, but there's all this pain and that's what's disconnected us from one another. And it hasn't been a pretty journey. And you know, no twin flame journey is, but that's what they're saying. Like, this is that heart healing that's coming in. Things will work out for you both, but it is about that seeing things from a different perspective is very powerful here. We have authenticity, 787, be yourself, pursue your passions, and show your authentic self. Don't pay attention to what others are thinking of you. And so I feel like for you, the most powerful thing that you can do, pile 1, is be authentic. And we have confidence here with things are moving and you need to make a decision. Act with confidence and take risk. And this is where they're at. They don't know if they have the confidence to take these risks. Okay, we have expansion on the bottom with 333. Trust in your abilities and embrace opportunities for growth and expansion. So there's things that are shifting here greatly within this connection, and I feel like that's the thing. It's like this person just doesn't know how they should feel. Like it's kind of confusing as a reader too, because it's like the energy is clear. I understand the energy, but that's the type of energy that this person is in, and I feel like they don't have enough confidence to make a clear decision for themselves, let alone a clear decision when it comes to you. Like, this is someone who just is floundering in life. Let's get some love messages here, Source. Thank you. Okay. On the bottom, yeah, we have proposal, love offer, engagement, agreement, and wish come true. So it's like you're everything that they wanted, right? If this is a love relationship, you're everything that they wanted. And if it's not, like for family situations, this is you're everything that they needed to help heal themselves from things that were not serving them. Like, we have death here. No, the relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform. What's dead is dead. I mean, you can't get more clear than this. We have death coming out 3 times. It's like, this is an end. This situation has ended. It's over. There's not much moving forward after this. I feel like this is where the healing is coming from. And that's why this person is so conflicted, because there's nothing they can do to manipulate you, to bring you back. And there's nothing that they can do to kind of like patch things up anymore, because there's no undoing the amount of hurt that's been inflicted between the two of you. Whether that was you and them and you together, whatever the situation is, it's like there's just a lot of baggage between the two of you. And there had to be a point where it just was blown open. And I feel like that's what's happened, is you've learned how to be your authentic self. Everything that was going on underneath the surface blew this open. And this person is just very conflicted, because it's like, how do I bring back somebody in my life that I was comfortable being in an uncomfortable position with? So we have talking, interested, awaiting messages, text, calls, email, and talking more. So this person could be talking. They might come in and start talking to you. This person could try to defend themselves in a way. It's just, this is a very interesting energy overall. Okay, so you're getting 3 of these right away. So we'll take those. Like, we have pet on the bottom. Dogs, cat, animal friends. So you could have shared a pet with this person. You have, you go on dog walks together, or you have cat meetups. I don't know. Do cats have play dates? I'm sure they could. How does this person truly feel about pile number 1? And I feel like they're angry. They don't want anybody to know how they truly feel about you. But I feel like when people talk to this person about you, I feel like the way that I'm coming across right now, how it's kind of like this back and forth energy, that's how they leave the people who talk to them about you too. It's like they just leave them. They're like, well, I thought you loved them. They're like, I do, but pile 1. Or they're like, yeah, see, they're detached and cold. They're very detached and cold. This flipped over. They don't know how to be open to the shift. They just don't know. It's just like, it feels like a generational thing going on here. Like, they're just in an old way of thinking and an old way of being. They're in an old way of living, and they don't know how to shift. Yeah, and they've used these control tactics on you to get you into this place of doing the things that they want you to do. That's what I'm saying. Like, this person was not good to you. Like, the energy that's here, they weren't good to you. Whoever this is, they just weren't good to you. And so how they feel right now is probably irrelevant to your journey. But you could just want to know, because it's like, well, like... Or maybe you were just led to this reading to watch so that you could get confirmation that you did the right thing in leaving. All right, one more source. Can we please have another yin-yang card here for this reading? Reflection, projections, the broken mirror. Yeah, you reflected back to them their broken pieces. You reflected back to them what they've been projecting all along. And now they're seeing you celebrate abundance, and that's really irritating them, because it's like, maybe they feel like they deserve your abundance. There could be a lot of things that are coming in here. I feel like this is that energy where it's like this person just, no matter what goes on with you, they're just not happy about it, because you're no longer letting them be in control, and you're no longer letting them use these cold tactics, right? Look, spy, watching, inspecting. That's what I was feeling. Like, this person is constantly spying on you, like constantly trying to see what it is that you're doing. Like, they're constantly trying to get an understanding of where you're at, but that's just it. It's like something's been cut off here. Like, there is no second chances, right? It's like you maybe have given this person 1,000 chances, and finally you woke up to your value. And now, like, this is at the center of it. You're celebrating yourself, and this person is doing everything that they can to bring you back to that place where they were in control. And it's just not going to work anymore. It also, I did say it could be a Sagittarius. We have Ace Fire coming out with Leo, Aries, Sag on the bottom. So this could very well be a Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be, but That's the energy that I was getting. So let's see what we've got going on here. Look, we have Scorpio energy again, this death energy with intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. Yeah, so there's something that's being exposed here. And this person doesn't like that they're out in the open like that. Like, this is something that's new for them because nobody's ever called them out on their bad behavior. Nobody's ever called them out on how they've treated people. Like, no one's ever been like, hey, you shouldn't treat people this way, or like, you're not supposed to treat people this way. And this is them being exposed, and you're the one that exposed them, not to everyone else. It's just like, you healing has exposed this person, and that's why they're just like this back and forth. It's like, I know I need to change, but they're so stubborn, they don't want to change. And so now they're just mad that you have found them out, basically. Consider your foundation. Look at how committed you are to love. And the foundation that they had built is rocked. There's no going back to that, right? Like, it's ending. And so you have learned that I want something that's more stable than this. Like, I want somebody to be there for me. I don't want this confusion, because I feel like this person has left you just as confused as I feel in this energy. And I feel like that's not new to you. You're probably like, this again? Like, I get it, but this is what Source is trying to say. It's like, you did the right thing. And I feel like that's a really big message coming through here, is that you did the right thing by choosing you. Look at what came out. Toxic relationship, fighting, codependent, misunderstanding, and trigger. So that's like confirmation. This person's been triggered by you. They've triggered you. Like, this is a very codependent situation, and Source saying like, it's gotta go. They may be texting you. We have communication, news, phone call, and direct message. We had talking on the bottom of the other deck over there. So this person could be trying to reach out to you like, hey, let's get back together. And I feel like you've set some very solid boundaries. And if not, Source is saying, remember how this person made you feel and set those solid boundaries, because this person's really good at manipulation. Yeah, use your intuition, gut feeling, psychic premonition, and sixth sense. Like, this is something that's very important when it comes to this connection, is to use your intuition. You know, it's about how they feel, but this feels like a very important message that Source needed to get across, and this is a way to get that message to you. Yeah, you're in this place of being reborn, the dragonfly, lighthearted and adapt, finding out and change, things coming to light and healing. This is it. Like, you, again, expose them just through your transformation. Their energy was clearly exposed to you. And we have ship, cutting ties, moving on, receive what you need, a progression, and arriving. Yeah, so moving on from this is very important. Cutting ties with this person is very important. No matter how you do it in a way that feels good for you. Listen to your gut feelings. Listen to your intuition here. Look, we have uninvited guests, surprise, accident, big change, moment of decision. Yeah, so something shifted greatly within this connection, and this person is left in a stupor because of that. A change, right? Transformation, newborn, evolution. You're the one that's getting the light shown on you at this time, because this person was just a waste. We have waste, worthless, mouse, trash, right? This person was wasting your time. And they may have known that, they may not have. This could all be just a habit for them. This could all just be like, you know, subconscious for them, but they were wasting your time. And it's like they wanted you to be in this energy of worthlessness so that they could keep controlling you. But again, it's over with. That's it. It's like you've reached the point of no return. There's no going back. Like, this person's all about ego, vanity, and pride. They're in their emotional ego. And here you are being activated to your higher self. This is a higher self initiation. Your intuition is on point with this person, right? This person lives in a place of lack and doubts, and you may amplify that feeling when you're around because you're so enlightened. That, again, is not your fault. Okay, that's not like saying like, oh my gosh, no. It's saying that, like, let yourself shine, be your authentic self. We got that energy, right? And so this could also be an earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could be earth, have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your sun, moon, rising, Venus. You could have Leo in the 8th house, Leo in the 10th house. I heard Sagittarius in Venus, Sagittarius in the 4th house, the 6th house, or North Node. Okay, so I have to look at these off of camera just to make sure that they are camera appropriate, and then I'll read these from the book. So the first one, which is not appropriate, but I'll show you here. It is the Temple of Love. I have to cover this one up because it is very, very... This is not even a PG-13 or an R-rated one. This is kind of like on X-rated card. But let's see what the Temple of Love says. Okay, the Temple of Love. I can spell, I promise. It says, I am not alone. I'm connected to all beings of the universe, even if sometimes I am not capable of sensing it. Only I can see through my eyes, hear with my ears, and feel with my skin. This makes me unique in this infinite map. This is the gift I can share with the world today. I am stellar matter itself. My composition is exactly the same as the stars. I understand that I am infinite matter, and you are the same as me. Seeing each other at last, I assume we can walk in peace. Look at this. Love relationships. I leave behind what is toxic, and I embrace my everyday with respect. I know now that person, animal, plant, and every movement occurring around me is not separate from me, but shares the very same energy. We are an essential part of an immense and infinite network. I wonder if love means learning to walk in this world. That's the quote for this. So that's very powerful, right? It's like, even though this has been a very difficult situation, this goes to show that it's that initiation that's helping you remember that it's like, wherever this person's at, that's theirs to deal with. But that no matter what, at the end of the day, this had to happen because we're all connected, right? And then you got a second card here. And this one is, okay, reflecting my center of fire. So again, this fiery element coming in. Let's see what this one says. Oh, here we go. Back. Yeah. It says, every single choice I make is an act of will. I am able to recognize a force within me when I direct my willpower with a concrete intention and observe the dynamic energy that moves it. It is no longer a simple matter of wanting something and following that impulse. Now what moves me is something deeper. It is the expression of my life energy creating a bridge to my purpose. My creative will originates from the most intimate core of my being. Therefore, it is important to make room for it by pruning what distracts me and blocks out the light. In this way, I allow a feeling of strength and power to grow from within me as I follow my true path. I now listen to the awareness, to the voice that emerges from this new space. Are my thoughts, my feelings, and my actions aligned with my deepest part of my being? Today I allow myself to feel the child alive in this adult. Today I allow myself to feel the beauty, the sweetness, and the softness of life. Today I caress my skin like never before with true love, appreciation, and respect, aware that I reside here within. I allow the element of fire to guide my journey from the solar plexus, dancing with the 4 elements that inhabit me. I am the master of my destiny. I am the captain of my soul. Yeah, so this is a very powerful energy. It's like just showing you here. It's like, as you leave these toxic environments, as you leave these toxic situationships, you are embracing a part of you that's been wanting to express itself for a very long time. And so while we're looking at how they truly feel, I feel like Source used this as a bridge to give you this message. And it might not have been what you were looking for, but I feel like it was what you needed at this time, pile number 1. And so it's a very powerful message overall, and I feel like this person just really isn't your concern anymore. I'm not trying to sound insensitive to that. It's just they've already played their role the way they played it, and there's nothing taking that back. It's like too little too late, right? They're going to have to go and contend with their own journey here. Likewise, you have to focus on yours, okay? So this is what I see for you here. If you feel like this is your reading, leave the little fiery emoji down below in the comment sections and say, I allow my fire to be the fuel that burns away the negative energy, the doubt, the lack, the self-criticism, and I shine as my highest self. And if it resonated with you, it means so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for personal reading. You can follow me on over to my Spotify at scatterlovetarot, which is my podcast. And you can also join as a member. And I would love to see you on memberships. But if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here, but I do want to take a quick second to thank your guide, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, pile number 1, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this rock with pyrite on it, or if you were drawn to these cards during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on how do they truly feel about you. First, I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for anybody that is new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Should this message happen to resonate with you, it means so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. Also, I do want to point out before we get started that if you didn't catch the intro, that this is not just in regards to romantic love. So these readings could also pertain to co-workers, friends, families, family members, you know, a boss, whatever, right? So just looking at this from that place, I will be looking at it as a romantic love interest, but just know that if the message is resonating with you, then that means it was for you. And don't, you know, get so stuck on that it's a romantic love. It just gets so confusing the more that I use different situations, because there's so many to deal with. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop to it. Source, how does this person truly feel about pile number 2? Source, how does this person truly feel about pile number 2? Interesting. We've got the 6th house, we've got Mars energy, and Libra. So I feel like there's a bit of wanting to come in very quickly with some sort of communication about, you know, how they see you. They think you're really smart. They think you're really diplomatic. Wow, hello, come back, Mars. They think that you are very, very incredibly wise, too. But you've got a good head on your shoulders, and there's a lot going on with them. You could have met them at work, right? With the 6th house here. This is someone that you could have met at work. This is someone who could also be a boss with the Mars energy, or maybe you were their boss, or they see you as like a leader, okay? They see you as this person that they can trust, that they can depend on. They see you as someone who's deeper than what you also put out there. Like, I feel like there's not a lot of people who know the true you, and they recognize that, and they wish that more people understood that part about you, right? When they see that you're very charming and peaceful and diplomatic, like that's the thing that keeps coming through, diplomatic. That's you're very harmonious, and that you want to see things, you know, fair. You want everybody to have fair treatment, and you always taking action, and you're very passionate. And it's interesting that they're talking about you. Like, that's what it feels like here. They're talking about you. And I feel like this person does have some passion for you. They could very much desire you as well with the Mars energy here. But we'll see some more with the cards as we get into it. This is just someone who is very affected overall by you and the charm that you bring and how you present yourself every day. Like, you're very presentable. You may accessorize a lot as well. And this is someone who sees you as, you know, very fit, someone who takes care of their health, or is in the process of really trying to become a better version of yourself every day, right? Like, there's no perfection here. You're just really working on it. And I feel like this is someone who you might have at one point seen regularly and you don't anymore, but you know, take that as it resonates. Let's see what else comes out though. Especially with the sixth house, you know, we're talking about coworkers with the sixth house. It talks about all kinds of things, but it does talk about coworkers. And so it's just interesting that that is the energy that's standing out so much here. So let's see, Source. How does this person feel about pile number 2? How do they truly feel about pile number 2? How do they truly feel about pile number 2? What would they like to say here? Yeah, they feel like they could share something of abundance with you. That you're incredibly intelligent and intuitive. That you have a lot of secret knowledge that you can share, but you might not, right? You might hold that to yourself. There's also a hidden aspect here. It's like the mystery of you is what's so intriguing to them. How does this person truly feel about pile number 2? You feel like fireworks. Look, we've got the 7 of Swords and the 7. I don't know if you can see that. Here, I'll move it up. The 7 of Cups and the 7 of Swords coming out like that. So 777 could be a number you see a lot. But this person does watch you. Okay, they watch you as you succeed. As you persevere, as you overcome, as you set these solid boundaries with people. They watch you overcome so much. But I do feel like they do it from a distance. And you probably are very aware of this person. You wouldn't be here otherwise, right? But I feel like that's the energy. It's like you're just minding your own business and doing you. And this person's always keeping an eye on you. They're always checking up on you. They might ask coworkers about you, like that you talk to on a regular basis. They might just check in on you. Like they want to know that you're doing okay. That's interesting. It's a cute energy, but it's also kind of frustrating when, you know, you got people like this who are too scared to say how they feel. And that's what I feel like this person is at, like where they're at. They're just too scared to say how they feel. Source, how does this person truly feel about pile number 2? Thank you. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, we have the 5 of Swords. Now, the image is not at all like the energy that I'm getting, right? Because the 5 of Swords talks about overcoming negativity. And I feel like this is someone who's battled a lot with their emotional ego. This is someone who's battled a lot with people and how they view them, right? Societal expectations, societal constructs. This is someone who's battled a lot with that, and it's been something very difficult for them to overcome, but they've definitely done a lot of introspective work, and I feel like that's all because they see a part of themselves in you, and they see you overcoming these really difficult situations. And it's like, wow, if pile 2 can overcome that, then I should be able to overcome this belief that everybody, you know, is considering me or has thoughts about me or expects me to be a certain way, right? Like they are really inspired by you. Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of divine intervention here. They've had a lot of heartbreak in their life, but with the 3 of Swords here in the Tarot Marseille, it talks about divine intervention, like Source coming in to help, angels coming in to help, giving that assistance to help you get out of a difficult situation. So when they see you, they really feel like you're an earth angel, someone that was sent to them to help them become a better version of themselves, because you are willing to share about the things that you've been through. Like you've been willing to share about what it is that you have overcome and how you've overcome that. And so you're not just sharing your experiences, but you're also helping them understand how to do it for themselves. You see here, they're very much in their head about you. Like I do feel like you live in this person's head rent free for a lot of the time. And they do have emotions for you as well. Like they do feel a lot for you. And I feel like there's this energy as well. Like I wish I could come flying in and telling pile 2 exactly how I feel, but there's this dynamic that feels very almost forbidden. It feels like a forbidden dynamic. So it's like maybe it's a boss and a subordinate, or it's like coworkers, or somebody's married, or you know, like there's some kind of situation at play here that is keeping them from coming forward. And so they're cheering you on from the bleachers. They probably all the way in the back, hidden, so you won't see them. But they're cheering the loudest for you. and they really feel like you are something very special for them. Like if you hadn't have shown up, they don't know where their life would be at, and they feel so grateful to you. And it's because of your diplomatic energy and the way that you want everybody to have a fair trial. So it's like whether this person is, you know, the bad guy or the good guy, like you see both of their points, and you're willing to talk about both of their points. So I feel like for you, Pile 2, it's like you've also had your heart broken, but whoever broke your heart, it's like you're able to walk a mile in that person's shoes and not hold that against them. And this is what has lifted this person up from despair. This is what has lifted this person up from the dark hole that was eating them alive. And seeing you be able to let go of something that must have been so hard and must have been so traumatizing. And it's like, here I am wallowing in my hurt over my own broken heart that doesn't even compare to pile number 2. Like, you know, what am I? Like, pile 2 is so inspiring, and that's what I keep hearing. It's like they feel so inspired about you. They're truly inspired about you, and they really just have this deep appreciation and gratitude that you exist in the same time that they exist in, and that they have connected with you how they've connected with you. So, you know, this could be, I even just heard this could be a fan. This could be someone who's a fan of yours. Like they connected with you over social media. They don't really talk to you much or anything. They just see things going on. And, you know, it really does give this energy. There's some sort of element that's separating the two of you. So whatever that is, you know, take that as it resonates. But it does feel like you're just really appreciative that you are out here sharing your love, sharing your light, and really being authentic to you and living in your truth. There's definitely you taking action and living in your truth. And that's something that really makes them feel honored to have this connection with you. So let's see what else comes through. Can we please clarify the 7 of Swords here, Source? Okay, thank you. We're going to clarify with the Osho Zen. Maybe please clarify the 7 of Cups. Source. Clarify the 7 of Cups. Okay, thank you. All right, maybe please clarify the 3 of Swords energy here, Source. Okay, thank you. On the bottom, we have maturity. This is the Ace of Coins. Yeah. You've helped them mature beyond something that was this is very material, right? Like anything, this could be a material relationship. This could be money. This could be, you know, anything that's here in the physical realm. You've helped them see it from a different way, and you gifted them this knowledge. So whether that's through, you know, inspiring quotes or sharing how you feel or speaking out or whatever it was, like you've gifted this to them. And this is, they feel like so abundant now. It's like they feel like you help them find peace and you help them find clarity, and they feel so indebted to you and grateful that you exist. And that's why I can't get through that. Like, yeah, because you help them move beyond this conditioning, and you help them move beyond this idea that they had to be what others expected them to be. They're recognizing now their own power. And that's something that they never thought was possible before. They just didn't think that they had power. They didn't think that they had the ability to stand out and be who they are. Like they always thought that people were going to be the reason that they had to play it small. And you help them see that that's not the case at all. And so this is someone who definitely refreshes your page on a regular. Even if you don't post very often, like this is someone who definitely refreshes your page on a regular. Yeah, receptivity here with the Queen of Cups. This is someone who is very compassionate about you. Like, I feel like if this person came into your life, if they are in your life, wherever it is that you're at on your journey, this is someone who stands up for you. Like, if they hear anybody bashing you, like, they're the first person to come in. Like, you don't even know pile number 2 like that. Right? That's what I was saying, that energy that I felt at the beginning where it's like they feel like people don't know the softer side of you. And that's what they're the first person to come through and say, like, don't even say anything about pile number 2. You don't have a right to talk about pile number 2. You don't understand what it is that they're doing. You don't understand the type of energy that they bring. You've helped them grow into this very loving and compassionate person. And a lot of that love and compassion is very much redirected back towards you. Like, this is someone who is always hoping that you have success. Like, they hope that you find love. They wish they could be that love. I feel like for some of them, they definitely feel like they want to be that love. But this is just someone who wants everything good for you. Like, this is probably your biggest fan. Like, that's what I was saying. It's like they're just your biggest fan. If there's a super fan out there for you, pile 2, it's this person. This is how they feel about you. This is a very, we have the 7 of coins here with patience, right? You're unique and unorthodox, and that has helped them understand a part of themselves. We have the 7 of swords, the 7 of cups, and the 7 of coins. Right? So you've helped them mentally, emotionally, and physically in so many ways. You've given them the okay to be themselves and to accept themselves fully in this moment. You've helped them birth ideas and creative inspiration, and they just feel so grateful. This is someone who's incredibly drawn to you no matter what. And the love that comes from them is very deep. But it's not like, it does feel romantic in some cases, but it's so much deeper than that. This just feels like someone who, like, if their wish were to ever come true and the two of you were to ever cross paths and meet in life, like, this is just someone who would be like this with you. They just know, because they know that you would click like that. They know that you guys would understand each other. They know that you would see each other. Like, they just know that you are sent here for them in this journey. And that's how they really feel. Like, it's just like, pile 2 is the only person who understands anything that I've ever gone through. And I don't know what I would be without them. We have a couple of cards that came out in pile 1, which is funny, right? But a lot of different energy here, which I'm really grateful for. We have success here. I'm on top of the world, right? This is you could be born in the year of the tiger. This person could be born in the year of the tiger, the earth or the water tiger. Very, very specific message. That's a very specific message. But this is someone who sees you as the embodiment of success, like what success is supposed to look like. And that's why I'm saying, like, they're just over here celebrating you. Like, if you ever share any big win that you have, like, this is someone who, even if you're not there, they're going to go home and open up a bottle of champagne and pour you a glass at the table. This sounds so weird, but it's actually very endearing and cute, because it's like, they're going to be like, and they're going to like have like a little poster board with you on it, or like a picture of you, or maybe just write your name on a little on a little stand or something, and they're gonna like toast you and be like, oh, you did it, pile 2. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited you're doing this. Like, I can't stop smiling, because it's what this person feels like towards you. It's just like, you saved their life, and you might not even know that you saved their life. I mean, this could be someone that you know for sure, but it also feels like it might be someone that you're not exactly 100% sure of who it is that's watching you, or this is someone who's left you confused along the way, and it's like, no, they don't feel that deep about it, do they? And that's really, yeah, they really do. Like, this is someone who's incredibly good at hiding their emotions, because they've spent a lot of time in isolation, not solitude. This is someone who is isolated quite a bit on their journey, and this is someone who knows how to hide from that. And this is someone who knows that if it weren't for you, they would have always been in isolation. And now they understand the preciousness of solitude versus isolation. And they're learning how to become a better version of themselves because of you. This is just a very beautiful energy overall. It's just very cute that they're like this. Okay, so let's get some oracles out and see if we can kind of understand more how this person truly feels, right? Definitely stalking you. This could be someone you know for sure. Definitely stalking you. Not in a creepy way. They're like, this is a sponge for your knowledge. Like, that's how it feels. Like, we have house 3, Early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind and communication. This does give me twin flame energy. I have to mention it. But this is also someone who could have been an early childhood friend. This could have been someone who also just shares a lot of similar stories to you, like very parallel lifelines, right? And they love that you are able to give them that support that they didn't know they needed. So there's a huge transformation here. Let me give these a shuffle real quick. All right. How does this person truly feel about pile number 2, source? How does this person truly feel about pile number 2? Thank you. On the bottom, we have take a leap of faith, grasshopper spirit. Yeah. You help them leap beyond the darkness. And I also feel like this is saying, like, whoever this is, they're eventually going to take this leap to come forward and tell you the transformation that they've had because of you in their life. Like, I feel like you're just going to be like, wow, like, I never knew I impacted you so much. And then it'll be like it's going to be weird for them because they're going to be like, how did you not know? Right? It's something like, how did you not know? You're so incredible. And you're, you know, like being humble and everything like that. It's just sometimes it's hard for us to see how much value we bring through our own eyes. And that's why we're learning how to love ourselves, right? And I feel like this person has loved you since day one. Whether that's romantic love, platonic love, you know, whatever it is, they've definitely loved you since day one. There's no doubt about it in their minds. Okay, this card went flying off the table and flipped over, but we have embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted with number 18 right here. Right? You've helped them embrace their inner child, and they cannot thank you enough because this is the part of themselves that they had shut out. This is a part of themselves that they felt was needing to be saved by putting them in a box, right? And you've helped them believe in magic again. Like, how powerful is that, pile 2? Oh, I love this reading already. On the bottom, demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. And this is that confirmation I was feeling. Like, I feel like eventually, soon, maybe not soon. It depends on where you're at on your journey, where they're at on their journey. But I do feel like soon there is this energy where they're going to come in and say something to you. Like, they're going to tell you, hey, yeah, so I feel like this about you. I've got something to say about this connection that we share. If they're able to, right? And even if you're like on a platform or something and they're watching you on a platform, I still feel like they're going to find a way to connect with you in that way, right? They're going to tell you how they feel. They're going to tell you what matters to them. They're going to tell you that you're like a bright, shining star for them. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, we have renewal. 890, you're experiencing a renewal and fresh beginnings. Release the past and embrace the opportunities for growth and transformation ahead. You've helped them renew their life. All right, let's get some more oracles out, source. What else would you like to say? Okay, thank you. What else would you like to say? Okay, thank you. What else would you like to say? Wow, okay. We've got a lot coming out. We've got hookup, one night stand, intimacy, casual relationship, fling. This could have been someone you had a one night stand with. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is someone that's not like all the time around you. We had friends that flipped over too. And it's acquaintances, trust, support, and loyalty. And this is how they feel like. But this also points towards this could have been an acquaintance, just someone you met for a short time. And it's like weird that they're so deep in it, right? But that's how they feel about you. And not everybody's going to have this hookup energy, right? But I feel like this is a thing. Like, they just really feel like you're special to them. Like, if it was a one night stand, like, you're the only one night stand that left this massive impression on them. And they've never felt like that before. We had music flip over with musician, snake charmer, harmony, and melodic. So this could be someone who plays music, or you met over music. Like, our music is something you share together, like a taste in music, a certain band. And maybe you met while you were out at a band. We have change, regeneration, growth, metamorphosis, and cycles. Yeah, so you've helped them change from something that they didn't think they would ever change from. Like a way of being, a way of thinking, a way of living. What else would you like to say, source? How does this person truly feel about pile number 2? Their life has been ever altered because you met them, or because you came into their life, or they came into your life. Like, they're just so glad, because they don't want to even think about the consequences of not having you in their lives, even if it's from afar. Like, they just don't want to think about those consequences because it's too great. And that's scary for them. How does this person truly feel about pile number 2, Source? Thank you. They want one more of these. How does this person truly feel about pile number 2, Source? Thank you. On the bottom, we have separation, sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, uncertain future. So this does point towards, it could be a separation with a twin. It could be a separation with a soulmate. Someone that you thought was just a one-time thing and it's over with. Like, that's not going to happen again, or there's no reason for that to happen again. Maybe this person made just the same kind of impression on you as well. And I feel like that's just, it's just something that they can't get beyond. No, angel. How does this person truly feel about pile number 2? Okay, we'll take those. Thank you. On the bottom, we have sing. Soul, sing praise, performance. So you might be a singer. They might be a singer. They might be a musician. You might be a musician. So that's a very specific message coming through here. But that's what it feels like. Like, there's this energy of music that is tying you both together. There's a sense of music that connects the two of you. Maybe they were a DJ and you went and watched them perform. Maybe it was a karaoke thing. You know, it could be anything. It's just a very specific message that's got a lot of messages to it. So let's get some romance angels. Now, I didn't get these for pile 1, but I won't tell if you don't, okay? I promise. Source, thank you. You deserve love. You are lovable. Yeah, so that's what you've taught them. You've taught them that they're lovable and they really do love you. I really feel like that's it. Whether it's, again, whether it's romantic or platonic, they really do love you and they feel like you are so lovable. Like, how could you not have the love that you want in your life if you're single? Because you are so lovable. They see everything about you is just delicious and yummy. That's what I heard right now. Yummy. One more, Source. Please have one more of these for pile number. Yeah, okay, on the bottom, look, we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So for some of you, yeah, this is your person coming in and you've definitely impressed upon them a whole lot of different things. And we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So maybe it's been a long time and it's hard to stay optimistic about it because it just feels like it's never going to happen. But this person does watch you from afar. Like, they are all about you. Like, we have yin energy here with intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces energy. So water and earth energy coming through here. Okay, so it could be a water sign, could be an earth sign, could be the divine feminine. You could resonate with the divine feminine, but I do feel like your intuition keeps telling you this person's watching you. So you might notice this energy really, really strongly, and then you might go and check on this person if you know them. And that's your intuition. It's like you're picking up on that signal from them. And, you know, you might feel bad if you get stuck caught, like, looking at them, but don't. Like, that's just, it's okay. That's not going to stop anything. I know people are like, oh, that stops your thing. I mean, don't obsess over it, right? But it's like, if one day it's been months and months and months, you're like, hey, is so-and-so still, you know, around? Go and check on it. That's okay. You know, like, they're just saying, listen to your intuition, trust, and have patience. Stay optimistic here. Vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. So this is that length. It does feel like there's been a length of separation here for some of you. And that's what they're saying. It's like the separation was worth it. There was a need for that because this person actually appreciated you a lot more through this separation. It's almost like they didn't know what they had until they lost it, if you were friends or acquaintances. This is that energy as well, though. It's like they feel like everything you give to them is a divine gift. Self-love. 676. Prioritize your well-being and cultivate a deep sense of love and compassion for yourself. You've taught them how to love. How do you repay someone who teaches you how to love yourself? Right? Like, that's what I'm hearing. Grounding. We have 432. You're reminded of the importance of staying grounded and centered amidst life's up and downs. Connect with your inner strength and stability, finding peace and balance within yourself. So this is your very grounding energy to them. They think that you've helped them find their stability in this world where they were just before, again, that energy floundering and just like flailing about. Family. Generations, children, ancestors, origin. I feel like you guys have an origin story, an origin soul story. That's what I heard when I flipped this card over. An origin soul story is what I feel like you have together. And again, you can take that as romance. You can take that as a soul family. It doesn't matter because you have both energies here, right? You have generations of family, generations of ancestors, generations of children, but there's this origin energy as well where it's like you guys don't just share this lifetime together. Coffee cup, meeting, talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, building friendships. So we have two cards pointing at friendship. I do feel like they're going to come in and ask you to build a friendship or to rebuild a friendship together. Soulmates. Soul connection, partnership, soul contract, or life partner. Yeah, this is someone who's meant to be in your life. Like under true love, we have this could be the one. Right? So this is interesting energy. This is very, very direct, saying that this is someone who's meant to be in your life as a soul mate, a soul family, soul, you name it. Whatever it is that you're looking for, whoever it is that you're asking about, you know, even if you don't know this person, like you two are meant to be together. Yeah, so we have addiction, codependent, obsession and restraint, possession and control, and emotional block. This is what they were stuck by. This could be someone who's fought with addictions before, sex, drugs, alcohol. This could be someone who is very addicted to codependent relationships, very addicted to controlling relationships. Like they have a very dark past, but you help them see the light in that darkness. You help them understand that it was okay for them to accept this part of themselves, and that's how they feel. Like we have divine intervention, and I cannot make this up, but underneath hookup, divine from a different deck, we have serendipity, catalyst, and karma, and supernatural on this card. So this is like divine intervention is at play here. Like this is not something that either one of you can deny. It's like, of course you can say no to it, of course, right? Like if you want to say no to it, that's fine. That's your choice. You have free will. But I feel like this is just source saying like, I'm creating a much bigger master ascending, leveling up, promotion, progress. Yeah, so you're ascending and your ascension is helping them to ascend. We have clown, performance, camouflage, laugh at, and revenge. This is what they were in, that energy that they were in that I feel like they've let go of. It's like they were just really in a dark place and they didn't know how to overcome it. And I feel like the divine intervention was by source introducing you to them or bringing them into your energy, some way, shape, or form. So we have empty room, no people, the end, and opportunity. They're at the end of this leveling up for themselves as well. I mean, ascension never stops, but it's like whatever's blocking them from coming forward, there's like definitely this ending, and there's a bright new hope at the end. And we have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Yeah, so they're definitely in love with you. Like, that's very clear. We're going to take a look at these. I do have to look at these off of the camera, though, to make sure their camera's safe. So we'll do one at a time. The first one, wow, I almost flipped that over on camera. We have sacred geometry. Excellent. So I can show this one on camera. Let me read this one from the book. Sacred geometry. Okay. It says order and chaos, despite being opposites, are intimately linked. One does not exist without the other. It is the illusion of duality that makes us perceive them as different things, even though their essence is identical. Every chaotic situation is a moment of change and transformation with the potential to generate a new reality. The sacred geometry in this painting represents a metaphor of order in the universe. It comprises dimensions, codes, systems, and symbols that represent the source of life, matter, and spirit. Today, the invitation is to address internal chaos with perspective. Welcome the chaos, or to welcome chaos is to allow the obsolete to be destroyed and transformed. Today, I let things break and fall apart if that's the way it has to be. What goes away always leaves the room for something new. This is the law of evolution, the universe, galaxies, nature, and of human being. I observe the movements of the universe within my day-to-day life, recognizing my resilience and personal strength with the ebbs and flows, observing the dance chaos and the teachings it leaves behind on the path of learning. I realize that the destruction of ignorance marks the arrival of knowledge, order, and love. I understand that the nature of chaos and order transcends the label of positive or negative. The whole picture is my guide through uncertainty. I am at peace. Yeah, so this is what you've helped them find, is peace within the chaos. So I was saying there's a lot that was going on before that they weren't sure about. Okay, perfect. So I can show this. Like, we've got ascending channel, roots and ascending channel, and we have ascending here too. So there's something about this connection where you're both ascending together, but I feel like it's because you ascended first that this person is now ascending. So that does definitely give twin flame energies, but it does not have to be twin flames. It's not just true of twin flames. It's absolutely true of soul families, okay? So I have built walls around myself as a result of my past wounds, wounds from childhood, known wounds, unconscious wounds, wounds from my parents, physical wounds, wounds in my mind, wounds from dark passages of my life, wounds from education, wounds from society. How can one so wounded be able to relate to another equally wounded being? And this is what they feel like. You've been able to relate to them in a way no one else has, and they cannot thank you enough for that. Apparently, I formed relationships out of fear, repressing myself so as not to suffer more wounds. My past became present. Now, wounds, I thank you. Thank you for being life's teachers, for unmasking me, for allowing me to take an amazing journey to my center. Today, those wounds have become scars that remind me of the importance of choosing to walk a path with heart. Now I know what is important, for every dark corner I transcend in the long run brings me only one simple message: love. What does it mean to be the architect of my life? I connect with my story and with those decisions that made love grow. Today I choose wisely. I allow myself to play, to laugh, and to wonder. I am my greatest guide, and I'm getting so emotional right now. Oh my gosh, this person's life has been transformed because of you, and they love you so much. They're just so grateful that you're there for them, and I'm trying not to cry because this is just so deep. It's just such a beautiful message. You have so many synchronicities coming out here, and just how much you've inspired them. They have so much they wish they could give to you, and they feel like right now the only way that they could give that to you is by becoming the most aligned, ascended version of themselves. Like, that's the biggest thank you that they can give to you, is by becoming that aligned version that you so have taught them so much about. This is a beautiful reading, pile 2. Like, this is a beautiful story. It really is. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on, but it really is a beautiful story. And this is what I see for you here. If you feel like this is your message, leave the little star emoji down below and say, it is through ascending in self-love that I open myself to receive the love that transcends all of space and time. And if it resonated with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships. If not, thank you so much for your continued support here. I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, my spirit guides for coming together to give us this incredible message. And until next time, pile number 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this cute little flamingo pencil topper, Or if you were drawn to these cards during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on how do they truly feel about you. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for anybody that is new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. Also, I just quickly want to mention that these do not have to be referring to romantic love. I'm going to be reading from the side of romantic love, but just know that this can be in regards to any connection that it resonates with, and just take the messages as they resonate. But I just want to put that out first because it gets so confusing to try and keep up with all these different types of connections when the message is the most important thing. Okay, so with that, let's hop to it and find out, source, what is this person's true feelings for pile number 3? How does this person truly feel about pile number 3? Source, how does this person truly feel about pile number 3? Okay, so we've got the first house. We've got Sagittarius energy and we've got Mercury coming in. They feel like you're very expressive. That you're an adventure. And maybe a slightly dangerous adventure as well. I don't know why that's coming through, but we're just going to go with it. Let me see if I can get that too. There we go. Yeah, they feel like you're a very adventurous person, that you have a lot to offer, and that you are very unique in the way of like, you offer a lot of spiritual wisdom, or you offer a lot of religious wisdom, or you offer just a lot of ancient wisdom as well. I just heard ancient Egypt. Maybe you study ancient Egypt, and that's something they find very intriguing about you. And you share this. Like, you're not afraid to share who you are. You're not afraid to share how you think and how you feel. And they really like this about you. This is something that really gets them excited. It's like, oh my gosh, there they go, pile 3, sharing their wisdom. It's awesome that they're doing that. You're so expressive. You're so open to being yourself. And you're not afraid to share yourself with others. And I think that's something that's just a huge, like, I want to say turn on, but for others, it's just something they just really appreciate. It's something they find exciting about you. And, you know, that sense of independence that you bring. And so they feel like you're super, super, super independent, and that you don't want people telling you what to do. And who does? I mean, who does, right? But you're very ambitious, and you're very lucky and open-minded to different things. And that's what makes you so intelligent, and you're super versatile. And maybe you're like a life student, and that's something that they think is amazing, because it's like you're always learning new things, and it's always evolving your thought process, and you're always like writing it down or communicating it to others in a way that helps them to understand simple philosophical beliefs or ancient rituals, or, you know, whatever the case may be. That's really something that's coming through here. This is a very spiritual pile, it feels like. I mean, they're all spiritual, but I feel like this one's incredibly spiritual, and I feel like that's something that really drives the attraction to you, because it does feel like this person's very attracted to you. But let's see what comes out in the tarot and see if we can understand this a little bit more. Source, how does this person truly feel about pile number 3? Yeah, you're unique, but there's just an element of danger about you too. It's almost like if I go towards you, like, you know, I'm gonna get sucked in and I'm gonna lose myself, or that I'm gonna have to walk away from things that, you know, maybe they find comfortable. So I do feel like you're dangerous. It's not that, again, it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just for them, like, they feel like you might be dangerous for them. So source, how does this person truly feel about pile number 3? Yeah. Yeah, starting with the devil. Okay. yeah, there's like this element, like they feel like they're a monster and you're this pure being, and it's like that may be what the element of danger is, or it's also just saying like you would become an obsession for them and they would never be able to let that go. Like they would always just want to be by your side, or they would always just lose themselves in you, and they feel like that's not healthy. Like I've done so much healing for codependent relationships, I don't want to go back, you know? But they just feel like they would be out of line if they came in. It's interesting. I do feel like they also... There's this element of feeling like you put a spell on them. Yeah. You put a spell on them. And maybe you did some magic work, but what I feel like this is just you're intoxicating being yourself, and that's what has them enamored here. On the bottom, yeah, there are 2 of Swords on the bottom here. Like, they have realized that they can't stay away anymore, right? Yeah, I'm like with the Queen of Coins and the 3 of Cups. And so there's this feeling of like, I need to tell pile number 3 how I really feel, but there's also this element of I'm scared to do so. Like, I'm scared to tell them, but you're so grounding and so inviting and so stable in who you are that it's like, I can't stay away from you. I just can't. So this could be someone that you're married with already. Like, this could be someone in your life already. But for those of you that are single, like, this is someone who's on the sidelines who is definitely keeping an eye on you and every move that you make. And they like know all your social media, and they found all your social media. And it's like, you could say stalker much, sure, but this person just is like, it's like, if I can't have them in my life, then at least let me dote on them from afar, but not even dote on them. Like, let me fantasize about them from afar. That's what that feels like. Yeah. There you go. That's what it feels like. Let me fantasize. Yeah, we have the Lover. Wow. And the 10 of Coins. Wow. This person has a lot of feelings for you. They are incredibly taken by you, right? It's everything about you. And they know they need to make a decision soon. Like, there's really this energy of decision, but it also is just they romantically love you. They're very intrigued by you, and they feel like you're super abundant and that they can have this abundance with you. And, you know, that's something that scares them as well, because it's like, what if we lose it all? And I feel like that's the main thing here. It's like they're afraid they're going to lose something if they come towards you. Right? They're very emotionally entangled with you. It's like, but they have to choose if they're going to let go of their past, and they need to follow the path of the heart, but it's something that's confusing them as well, because they're so distant from themselves and they're distant from these people. There's a lot of paradoxes here and contradictions. So it's like, I have all these desires, passions, and impulses, but it's like, how do I express those to pile 3 in a way that's not going to make me feel or seem like some sort of creep? Like, I want to do it in a way that makes me seem like, you know, I really do have the best of intentions for them, because I do, and I feel that's real. And, you know, they're just coming from this place of just not sure. And they do think of marriage with you. They think that you're very successful and that you're very abundant. And I feel like they're really attending to their affairs at this time to try to take care of them in a way that is going to allow them an opportunity to come to you. But some of them may not. Some of these people may not come towards you, you know, due to other circumstances. I mean, this devil energy is kind of like a split energy for me. It's some of them will and some of them won't, you know. And so it's like not to hold on to if they will or they won't, you know. Just holding on to the fact that they really do love you. Like, they do have romantic feelings for you a lot. And I don't usually get that from the Lover card, but in this energy, it really does feel like that. There's just a lot going on that you've given them. But I also feel like this is very telling. Like, they feel like they would encapsulate you, or not encapsulate, they feel like they would cage you. right? Because of how you've enamored them, they feel like they would cage you, and they don't want to do that. They don't want to stifle your growth. They don't want to stifle your creativity, right? And it's like, how do I work with the beauty while I'm this serpent, while I'm this snake? Like, I don't want to ruin anything that they've got good in their life, because that's scary. But I feel like they're also coming to a point where they, yeah. So with the Knight of Wands flying out of the deck, I was just going to say, where it's becoming so intense that they can't, and we have intensity on this card, but it's becoming so intense that they can't stay away, right? Like, they're going to have to come flying in. And I feel like this is a confession of my desires for you. They really have... this is someone who has naughty thoughts of you, for sure. Like, this is kind of making me blush energy, but this is someone who has naughty thoughts. And, you know, like, they may have pictures of you. I mean, not dirty pictures or anything, but they just may have pictures of you where they're imagining things and stuff. And I know that creeps some people out, and other people are just like, oh, you know, like, so just wherever you're at. But they really don't want to come off as a creep. It's just that this is someone who... it's like, the longer that they're not telling you how they feel, and the longer that they're staying in this energy of fantasizing, it's like the more they can't contain themselves. And that scares them, because they've never quite felt this way before. They've never felt anything this intense before. Can you please clarify? Thank you. Yeah, so we have, wow, if I could pick it up, the Magician and Essence clarifying the Lover. And then we have turning in with the Four of Cups clarifying the 10 of Coins. So let's talk about this. Your wish come true for them, and they want to manifest you. And I feel like maybe at one point you were trying to manifest them, but maybe you're not that attached to this manifestation any longer, because, you know, it's like, I have to let it go. I've been focused on it for too long. Maybe you yourself went through an obsession period with this person. You know, if you are working in magic, maybe it's like you just focus so much magic in this one area of your life, in love, and it's like it got old. It feels like that's what it did. It just got old focusing on it so much. And it's like you found all these useful tools to help you along in life. And, you know, like, if you prayed a lot, you maybe prayed a lot for this person, and then it just finally turned into this, like, wow, like, I just really want things to work out the way they're supposed to. I don't want to be in control of this anymore. So I just want to go into this existence state where I'm allowing things to come to me, where I'm receiving that which is mine. And that's exactly what this feels like. And then it feels like, because you've gone into this existence stage, that now their emotions have even intensified, and their desire for you has even intensified. And with the Four of Cups, you know, I read the Tarot Marseille, and so the Four of Cups in the Tarot Marseille talks about building emotional stability. Oh, look at you. You're in a state of peace, and there's a lot of chaos that's going on around you. And I do feel like this is how they view you. Like, you're unaffected by whatever anybody else is saying, and they admire that so much about you. I'm also getting this forget-me-not. I don't know why, but it's like I'm seeing a forget-me-not. You know, like when you tie a piece of yarn on someone's finger and you say, hey, forget-me-not, you know, like the song too, but that's what I'm seeing. Like, you are tied to each other. That's what's coming through. And they see you in this place of peace, and they're really working to find that for themselves as well. But they feel like emotional abundance is the ultimate gift. If they could have that with you, that would mean everything to them. But again, there's this hesitation because of this devil energy. It's like, well, you know, like, of course I want this emotional abundance, but what if I'm the monster? And that's what I keep hearing. It's like, what if I'm the one that causes the chaos? What if I'm the one that turns everything upside down in Pile 3's life when they've come so far to find themselves? Like, I couldn't do that to them. And so there's this really, this isn't even admiration. This does feel like love. Like, it does feel like love. It feels like, also just feels like intense desire and passion, but they don't want to be the thing that messes up your life. Yeah, like we have the Source on the bottom with the Ace of Wands. They are very attracted to you. They are very, very attracted to you. And then we have the Page of Cups here with the understanding, but they feel very caged right now by this passion and this desire. Like, how could I be so turned on? As I was saying, I'm getting all this blushy energy here. It's like, wow, how could I be so turned on by someone and maybe they don't even know I exist? Or, you know, maybe they don't see me like that. Or, you know, maybe I'm just the monster in the back of the room that's being this dirty person, even though I see them as this magnificent being. And it just kind of feels hopeless. Like, this is someone who's a hopeless romantic. And, you know, it's like maybe they tried to move on and they realized that there was no getting you off of their mind. And there was no getting you out of their hearts. And there was no getting, like, desire too. It's like, maybe if they're with someone, they may even picture you instead with this person so that they can be involved, because otherwise it just kind of feels like whatever, right? Like, oh my gosh, this is oof. Okay, I wasn't trying to do steamy readings, like that's not where I was going with this at all, but it's just, that's how it feels. This is someone who's just, their fire is lit for you, right? Especially the Source. And I do feel like this is also Source coming in and saying, like, there's a purpose to this, right? So there's like a burning away here for them, but the intensity that they're feeling for you is really, really, I'm not really getting like a bad vibe. Now, if we had gotten the Page of Wands, I would have been a little concerned. I'd have been kind of like, I don't know. But we've got the Knight of Wands, which is a more mature energy. Of course, it's not the King of Wands, even the Queen of Wands. Like, of course, it's not that. Like, it's just someone who's definitely driven by the physical. But there's a lot more to this than just the physical for them. They do want to build this emotional abundance with you. And I feel like for them, that's really the ultimate goal. And it's almost like this is just the cherry on top. It's, oh, like, okay. Woo! Guys, calm down. Like, what are you doing to this person? They cannot handle it. They cannot handle you. Okay, so let's see. Let's get some oracles out for this. Source, what else would you like to say? How does this person truly feel? Thank you. On the bottom, this could be a Leo. Self-confident, loyalty, creativity. Yeah, but that's that very passionate energy. This is someone, you know, I always call Leos the brave hearts of the zodiac, because they do. They're very brave when it comes to matters of the heart. But sometimes they also feel rejected. And when they feel rejected, it's hard for them to stand in that very powerful energy. And they'll reject people so as to save themselves. And so it kind of feels like that's this place where this person's at. It's like they've been rejected or they've been hurt. And it's like they don't want to be the darkness in your magnificent light, in your existence. Like, you exist for a purpose and they don't want to ruin that purpose. And it's cute. I mean, it's cute. It's really cute that they feel that way, but it's also kind of frustrating too, because it's like, why, if you just came forward, maybe we could talk about it, you know, but see the big picture. Yeah, they're still not seeing the bigger picture here. I do feel like they are getting led to getting these signs and synchronicities. I do feel like Source is trying to help them understand there's something much more to this than just the physical. But it's like there's something about you that's just, they've never met anybody that has affected them physically the way that you affect them. So, I mean, it could be someone who's only in it for sex, but I don't feel that because of the Four of Cups and this turning in the Ten of Coins. This is telling me that this person's ultimate wish would be to have this emotional stability with you. Something like what they've never shared with someone before. They've never been like that with somebody because no one's ever made them feel the way that you make them feel. And maybe they feel invisible to you and they feel like they don't exist to you, and they know that you've grown far more than they've grown. And it's like, if pile number 3 has outgrown me, like, how am I ever going to step up to that? So there's definitely a lot of desire, a lot of passion here for you, a lot of want. Okay, slow down. Pause and allow things to unfold. So I feel like this is a message for you specifically, pile 3. Like, if this person comes in, don't be afraid to like hit the brakes, because this person will try to take it to the physical very quickly because of how much they're turned on by you. Again, it's not just about the physical for this person, but that is something that's very important for this person, and that is something that they're, you know, they could have been a player in their past life. Okay, like up to this point, they could have very well been a player, but it's just this energy where it's like, well, can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? And you're like, hold on, like we're getting to know each other. Like, let's get to know each other. And they're like, okay, that's great. Yeah, let's get to know each other. And they're interested and they're present. And then the nighttime comes and they're like, hey, you want to come in for a nightcap? And they're saying, slow down. So this person's going to want to go there fast. And it's just because they really are turned on by you. But it's not, like, as it's coming out, it really does sound like that's all they're about. But it's not. There's a lot more to this than the physical. It's like they're impatient. But they'll respect you. They're, you know, if you set up the boundary, they will always respect the boundary. Like, they're very clear about that. Wow. We have 444 flying out here. Angels are guiding and supporting you, providing a stable foundation for success. Yeah, so you might see 444 a lot. I feel like this person also sees 444 a lot. But this person is just very, like, if they were to ever come forward and you said yes to dating them, like, it would just be everything for them, because they see you as, like, out of their league, but they can't help but feel the way that they feel about you. You know, it's like the girl next door or the guy next door kind of energy. When we have self-love, prioritize your well-being and cultivate a deep sense of love and compassion for yourself. And I just feel like this is that reminder that it's okay to set solid boundaries. You know, like if you're looking to build an emotional connection with somebody, obviously you don't want to just sleep with them right away, right? Like, that's not what we're trying to do. We want to build an emotional connection before we give our bodies away, so that we know that we're giving it away to someone that we can trust, someone who's going to honor us, someone who's going to treat us like the prize that we are. And that's for both men and women, right? No matter who you are, what role you play in the connection, like, both parties should feel that way about the other. And I feel like that's what Source is saying here. Like, don't just jump to the physical, because I feel like for both of you, the attraction is incredibly intense. And it would be very easy for you both to jump to the physical. And if you do jump to the physical, it's not that you do anything wrong, but I do feel like it will, if that's the only thing that you do, it will initiate another separation. Okay, because it's showing that you're not yet ready for the more mature side of the relationship. And neither bad nor good, it just simply is. Okay, so we have ex-lover here. Memories, the past, old flame, or nostalgic. Okay, so you both are definitely thinking about each other. This could be an ex. It doesn't have to be. What I get from this is just as someone who is from your past, who maybe you've moved on from, or you guys got separated along the way. Could be, I heard just very clearly right now, an old schoolmate. Yeah, so this is just someone from your past. And, you know, could be an ex. It could very well be an ex, but it's just this energy. All right, so let's see what else comes through here. How does this person truly feel about pile number 3? Source, camera. Look, reminiscing, making memories, learn from the past, and perception. So I feel like you're both learning from the past, but this also confirms that what I was feeling, like this person has pictures of you, and they're always looking at your pictures, like always looking. They probably have folders. This is going to sound so weird, but they may have folders of you, like, oh, this is you in a sundress, or oh, this is you in your favorite black jacket, or oh, this is you in your favorite boots, or oh, this is you on your motorcycle. Like they have different topics of you on the folders, because it's like, depending on their mood, that's what they're going to look at. Okay, sorry, I'm laughing. It's just because it's like this is a for your eyes only type thing. That's what this feels like. Oh my goodness. This is... What else, Source? May I please have one more? That's the one. Okay. On the bottom, look. Healing heart. Healing heartbreak, toxicity, or addiction, or abusive relationships. So I feel like you're both healing. deeply. And I feel like for them too, like it's like they've seen you going through this healing process, and maybe you don't know about their own healing process, and so they just feel like they just don't want to mess it up. Like they don't want to come in and create a lot of chaos for you. Like they don't want to come in and create a lot of heartbreak for you. Like they just don't want to be that person. It's like, if we get together, it has to be for forever, okay? And it's like, I'm not trying to say like this is that it, but that's like how they're feeling about it. They just feel like it's forever for you and forever for them, and they want to make the decision in a way that serves you both. On the bottom, letting go, surrender, open up, give up, and release. Yeah, so there's this surrendering process that's happening right now, right? Like you're both letting go, you're both releasing this connection, you're both releasing the expectations and the outcome of this connection, and it's really helping to move you both along in a very good way. What else would you like to say, Source? How does this person truly feel about pile number 3? How does this person truly feel about pile number 3, Source? Okay, one more. How does this person truly feel? Okay, that's the one. On the bottom, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Yeah, so attraction is a very real thing here. Like it's very, very palpable. I could cut it with a steak knife. Let's just say that, okay? And then I'll get a few of these. You'll be the only pile that got all the oracle cards that I have out. But Source, okay, that's trying to come out, so we'll let it come out. Source, what else? How does this person truly feel about pile number 3? Okay, how does this person truly feel about pile number 3? How does this person truly feel? Oh, okay, wow, that was a whole grip of them. But okay. On the bottom, we have third eye, clarity. So they're seeing clearly now who you are to them. They're like recognizing this is a soul recognition. Yeah, and fate with detours and divine intervention underneath that. So Source sent you both on this detour so that you could heal. And I feel like healing the sacral chakra was something that had to happen for the both of you. And that's what's bringing you back together, is there's been a huge healing here. And we have facade and beliefs coming out. It's like you've helped them see through their own mask, through their own facade, through what it was that they put up, that part of themselves. So this is a grip of oracle cards. Okay, well, like we have the yang energy here. So divine masculine, Aries, Leo, Sag, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, with proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. Okay, so there's going to be some sort of activity here, it feels like, or activation. Like we have use your mind wisely. And I feel like this goes back to that energy. Like it's okay to set boundaries. That you don't have to rush into anything that's physical, right? It's okay to build this emotional relationship. And in fact, even if they're pushing, that's what they want anyways. And everyone can say, well, why don't they just say that? Because this person is just very drawn to you in a lot of ways. And so that's why they're not just focusing on that. So we have express your love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation. So this person very well might be an Aries. Aries. Could be an Aries because that's what I just said. But a Leo. I was going to say Leo because Leos are very much, their love language revolves around gift giving. I've met a lot of Leos that's their love language, but this person is going to give you something. They're going to come through when they finally get the courage to say something. They're going to give you something. Okay, so we've got transformation with 555. You got 444 and 555. Release old habits, embrace new opportunities for growth, and trust in the universe's plan. Okay, so there's a huge transformation between the dynamic of your connection here. Yeah, addiction. We have toxic attachment, drugs, alcohol, and obsession. This person definitely has an obsession with you. I feel like you've had an obsession with them. I also feel like this person may have dealt with toxic attachments as an addiction, and that's something that they fear in getting together with you. Like they don't want to bring that type of baggage. So break up. We have walking away, ending separation. It's over. I feel like this is confirmation that there is a separation here. Maybe someone here chose to walk away and thought that that was it. That was how it was going to be for forever. But again, we've got divine intervention, serendipity, catalyst, supernatural, and karma. Source is playing a hand here, which also is this energy here. And it's Source is saying, like, look, that's not it. Your love story or your connection or your friendship or your family situation, it's not over yet. There's something else here at play. And I think it's just a really good energy. It's not a terrible energy here. So, and again, if this is a family, then what I was saying earlier about all that, they're just very happy about you. But it really does feel like a love relationship. Like, this does feel like love. We have the dragonfly with lighthearted and adapt, finding out and change, things coming to light and healing. So that goes along with that healing heart. There's a lot of healing that's happening between the dynamic here. Between you, between them. It's like all those hard feelings are melting away. We have old school, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. I think about it over and over again. I think about it over and over again. It's all in my head. I think about it over and over again. Right? I don't know who sings that. What, Nelly? I think Nelly sings that song. But that's it. They're thinking about you over and over again. Like, that's it. They can't get you out of their head. It's just how it is. They see you as this independent, free, this leader, this initiative. Like you have all this beautiful energy about you. Like, basically, you're their goddess on a white horse, right? What is it? The knight in shining armor on a white horse, but you're like the goddess on a white horse, or you're the knight in shining armor on a white horse. Like, you're their savior. It's like you gave them a reason to embrace the light, to embrace the enlightenment, to embrace the healing. Yeah, to take out the trash, the worthless feelings, the mouse, the things that were making them feel ugly. They had to come to face that. And look, I also feel like this could have been someone who is an alcoholic. This could have been someone who also was a drug addict and they're cleaning up their act, right? They're trying to let this stuff go. Like, this is someone who's really trying to heal from something that was very toxic for them. Yeah, look, we've got addiction coming out twice. Drug, alcohol, obsession, and toxic attachments. So the exact same as this from a different deck. Right? So addiction coming out twice. That's what I was just saying. Like, this person could be an alcoholic. Okay, they could have been an alcoholic, and this could have been something that they were using. Obviously, anytime we have an addiction, we're using it as a way to numb ourselves from dealing with the pain. And I feel like that's what it was, but it's like they realized that if they ever wanted to connect with you, this is something they had to let go of, or this is something they had to choose to heal. And it's been a long journey for them. This has been a long journey. Letting go of the addiction has been a long journey for them. Okay, but I feel like you're kind of like the star at the center of that for them, because it's like without you, they might not have ever had the courage to let that go. Yeah, chemistry. We've got attraction and chemistry. I cannot make this energy up. It's very clear. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Yeah, you two must have shared past lives together. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. So I do feel like they are going to come in and start flirting with you soon. Or it's like there's something here. It's like they're not going to be able to hold back anymore. There's no way they can hold back, because this feeling of desire is so intense for you. So, again, take it as it resonates. That's just what it feels like here. Yeah, wow. This situation involves marriage. Okay, so these are a lot of positive energies coming in. We have attraction on the bottom. Under attraction, we have soulmate. Under that, we have give your relationship a chance. We have reconciliation. Oh my gosh, calling in your soulmate. Look at all these positive cards. I mean, this is next level. Right? This is next level. So this is someone that you've prayed for. This is someone you've tried to attract through manifestation. This could, again, I kept getting magic. This is maybe someone I know a lot of people, they cast spells for love, and that's okay to cast spells for love. I just don't personally recommend it, but it's just something that I know happens, and so that's what it feels like. So I have to talk about it because this is something that's coming out really strong in this reading for some reason. And if y'all don't believe in magic or you don't believe in spells and all that, Don't go judging the people who do. That's their choice to believe it, okay? We're not here to start a war about this. You believe what you believe, and that's right for you. And they believe what they believe, and that's right for them. And that's the beautiful thing about it. Regardless if you agree with it or you don't, know that it's beautiful in its own right, okay? All right, now that I got that off my chest. Yeah, we have limitations and fear, and I feel like that's what they've been dealing with, is this addiction has been a huge limitation for them in coming forward. But yeah, the alchemy, again, magic, that's what I kept feeling. Magic, ancestor guides, you're getting ancestor wisdom here. So you could be given an initiation by your ancestors, and they're giving you all their wisdom and their knowledge to help you connect with this person in the right way, the way that works best for you both. Yeah, shadow side, moon, the dark night of the soul energy. You help this person see their shadow side, but this is the part of them that they feel like is the beast to your beauty. And it doesn't matter if you're the masculine or the feminine. Like, that's just really, they feel like they're the beast. They feel like they're the monster. You've given them hope that they can rein in their shadow side, but it's just something that's very hard for them to accept right now. So there's been a lot of disharmony and triggers and conflict. And I feel like this is something they've gone through as well. And that's what's kept them away from you. This could be someone that had a lover or that had a relationship that had a lot of disharmony and conflict, and they finally let it go. Or this could have been that addiction as well to toxic attachments, and they finally are like, I gotta leave this. Like, if I'm ever gonna have what I want in my life, or if I'm ever gonna manifest who I desire, like, I have to leave behind things. So again, we have the masculine energy coming in here. So this is the masculine with this message. And if you're the divine masculine, that's just confirmation for you that this is for you. This is a message for you. But if you're the divine feminine, this is the masculine coming in. And we have reunion and soul ties. Yeah, so they're coming back. Like, there's no keeping this person away. Like, they're definitely planning on coming back. There's a lot going on in behind the scenes in the spiritual realm. This is a very intense reading for me because there's a lot of deep emotions and a lot of sacral chakra emotions that are at play. But I'm glad, like, I'm really glad that it happened for you. I'm going to read these out of the book, but I do have to take a look at them off the camera to make sure that they are camera worthy. So we're going to see here. Okay, this is the first one, is Space Time Weaver. Oh, look at that. There's like a mushroom over her head here, and she's holding this. Is that a wand? It could be a flower bud, but it looks like it's a wand that's floating in between her hands. That's interesting that I felt that, because it's like, that's what I was saying. Like, I keep feeling like someone here is a witch, or someone here is practicing magic, or is learning about magic. And again, you know, I'm not, shoot, do you, boo. Like, we have to find what works for us and what helps us connect with the divine in a way that's comfortable for each of us. So don't ever fear like you're doing something wrong unless you're going against your intuition, right? Like, but don't fear it because others are judgmental of it. The judgment one day will disappear and we'll come into a unity of love. And I just feel like whoever this is for, like, you need to hear that. And it's just that reminder. It's like, there are people out here who are open-minded and recognize that everybody has the opportunity to believe how they believe. And you know, it's why I say a lot of the times, if we can't find a unity in faith, then allow us to find a unity in love, because love is the only thing that truly matters. So, Space Time Weaver. We have, today life woke me up from a great slumber, a lethargy of dark and cold times that were in fact perfect, and allowed the light that inhabits this very moment to shine brighter. I take off an archaic mask. I observe all the judgments I make and all the things I didn't give myself. I stop labeling my emotions as good or bad. With newfound awareness, I embrace the fact that emotions simply are. They are natural expressions of inner reality, of a need. I now look at my life as a living fabric with its patterns, figures, and colors. I appreciate the beautiful and subtle piece of art I have been creating. I incorporate new and diverse colors into my fabric. I integrate in me what I had previously separated, thus allowing my wings to open. I embrace my variety, loving myself and feeling proud of myself. I allow what is happening to me to flow and tenderly embrace the complexity of all my emotions. Looking at my path differently means being gentle with myself. It requires understanding, giving in sometimes, and rethinking with the most beautiful imagination. I'm rooted in the certainty that there is so much love to be lived. So I feel like this is how they feel. They're learning about themselves, and they're learning that these dark sides of themselves are actually a part of their beautiful life tapestry. And sometimes it's really hard for us to embrace. Like, we've lived in a judgmental society for so long. And I feel like that's something that maybe the two of you share, is like a lot of judgments from people, from even yourselves. And, you know, it's something that I feel like you both have parallel connections on. And it's like learning how to love yourself so deeply, which is why I feel like I was talking about magic, and it's like the energy that was surrounding that. And I feel like it's just important for you to embrace yourself. If this is what you feel called to do, then it's right for you. Just like if this person feels called to you, they have at some point to open up to it's right for them. And it's in their own time, and Source will help them get there. But that's what the lesson is here. It's like the more you embrace yourself and the choices that you've made and the direction that you've chosen to take, and it doesn't matter, even if that's spirituality, if it's religion, if it's whatever it is that you believe, if you feel like you've been ostracized because of what you've chosen in life to have faith in, know that the more you accept yourself and the less you put on other people and what they think, the better and more free you feel, and the more you open up to the love that's out there for you. And does that impact this other person? Maybe, maybe not. But what happens is that allows you to be that version of yourself for when this person comes in. Okay, so let's take a look at this card. Let me check it. Oh, good. I'm so glad. There's only one card today that was not camera worthy. We have Inner Sun. Yeah, the brightness, the light. And I do feel like you are a sun for them. Like you're the sunshine for them. Inner Sun. Is it just the one page? Okay, good. It says, look at this card. I mean, these images are absolutely stunning. It says, open your heart, open to feeling, open to understanding. Leave reason aside and let the hidden sun inside you shine. Open yourself to the ancient memory hidden in the earth, in the plants, under the water, under the fire. It's time. Now is the time. Open your heart. I surrender to my true feelings. I climb the walls that I've placed inside myself. I overcome my own barriers. I let go of my armor. As I acknowledge thoughts of harm directed to myself and to others, I'm able to forgive myself and let them go. Now with new clarity, new joys come. So there's a huge healing element between the two of you here, right? And it's very much centered around the heart chakra here. There's this receptive energy here of really balancing that out and allowing yourselves to grow. And I feel like there's also this wisdom that's coming in. For one of you, it's this very active energy. It's this very bright energy that's burning away the darkness. And for the other, it's this very cool, calm, peaceful, patient energy that's coming in as nurturing. And it does not mean that, you know, oh, the feminine's the one that's receiving the nurturing and the masculine the one that's receiving the fire. It could very well be opposite as well. But this is the dynamic between the two of you. These are the parallel lines that you're running in your life. Someone needs it to burn away, the past, and the other one needs to be nurtured because of the past. And so through this, the healing begins, and now the alchemy can become true and set into motion. And so Source is working on that. And I love that you got the Source card, the Ace of Wands, for the bottom of the deck, because I feel like that's the tying between you two. Is this something that is far bigger than this realm? This is something that goes beyond this realm. It goes beyond this lifetime. It goes beyond this universe. And there's something much deeper about your connection here, and it's a very beautiful thing. So I'm surprised you didn't get twin flame energy out, but that doesn't mean that, you know, you could be a twin flame, but this could also just be a soulmate of soulmates that's come with you. You could be a star seed, and this could be your soulmate that's followed you from your star planet. You know, like whatever it is. But that's the energy here. It's just something that's very healing for earth energy, and it's absolutely stunning. Okay? Wow. This is what I have for you here, pile number 3. If you felt like this was your reading, leave a little sun and a moon emoji down below in the comments and say, I accept myself and the choices I make, and I stand strong and I defend myself when needed, knowing that the more I accept myself, the more I open up to acceptance from others. And if it resonated, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links below in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on membership. So if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. With that, I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this immensely incredible energy and message. And until next time, pile number 3, stay human. Bye.